been a while since we've done a Google stock analysis. Let's get into the tech company and see what's going on. So I already marked up Google. This is something we had marked up for the past few weeks, actually back here at the end or beginning of October. We have seen that they're staying true to pattern. So again, Google stock really looking bullish. We can see that they're at this critical point right now. Here's a resistance that they previously hit right around 180, and we saw them push up on the 30th, right? This was, I think, this right around earnings. They got rejected by that $180 price point, saw it sell back off, didn't cross below the EMA or the SMA, so still was looking bullish. So kind of a pullback. We see it now retesting that $180 mark again. Now, we had some entry points around $163 a share in StockMate. For those of you guys that would like to watch me trade live every single morning, it's that second link down below. And in that community, we were just talking about how this could go up. Now, you guys might see Google as a good long-term fundamental play. They might seem like, a solid tech company. They're in the top 5 most valuable companies in the world. So it's kind of like one of those more crash proof tech companies that you might want to consider. Now, when it comes to AI and it comes to some of the integrations that they're seeing in their company, of course, we're seeing that on widespread algorithmically in like YouTube. But the problem that we've seen kind of with Google is, even when they're beating their earnings, they're so consistent that we haven't seen massive gains. Like we've seen consistent gains. And people like that, but also I think a lot of why, hedge funds and, so maybe we're not seeing as much volume on Google stock as of recent is simply because of the massive upticks, that you might see over on Palantir stock or TSLL, which is the 2 times of Tesla stock, or maybe, over on AMD, like we were trading yesterday and into today, that's been on a tear and is that support. They beat their earnings, but they're undervalued. So, kind of seeing them hover around their fair value, not seeing a great deal on Google, not something that's like stands out as an amazing deal, but consistent gains are a factor. Now, when we look at, let's say they continue to run and keep this consistent pattern that they've had really for the entire year. If we see them move up to this previous resistance that is kind of hovering upwards, right? That's a 10% increase on Google stock. Now, for those of you guys that maybe would be taking advantage of that move, I would encourage you to at least take a look. This isn't financial advice, but take a look at GOOX. It's essentially moving the same way, right? But the thing about GOOX is, simply put, if I take GOX and we mark it up the same, and I go from that low, and we kind of look at where we're at, and we bring it up to where we could be, and let's say that we draw an info line. So GOOX has a profit potential of actually conservatively, not even breaking above previous highs, 20% return. Now, I don't see that happening in that 1-day time frame. We'd probably be looking at something a little bit more like on, the 15-day to 30-day time frame. But still, I mean, guys, a 22% return on a stock that the underlying value is, quite consistent, quite strong. They have an economic moat. You might be watching this on YouTube, so that's one thing to consider. So Google, again, they on the shorter term, they're looking a little overextended on the MACD. We could see them pull back even more, but it's kind of similar to this pattern that we saw back here. Back here when they continue their uptrend as they have in the past, for them to really reach that higher high, which was a 94% increase over on GOOX. That was about 4 months to really, get to that point. I guess 3 months or so. So, it's kind of a longer term swing trade, maybe, unless you're going for a conservative approach where you could see it push up. This was in about 1 month, 1.5 months here. And so that's kind of I think that's the bet right now with Google, and why maybe it's slower. It's a large cap stock, but again, it's like consistency. Do you want to have consistent growth and, capitalize here on what could be, 10 to 20%? Or I think a lot of investors, they could be going over to, Palantir or Nvidia or these other tech companies that are going up, a couple dozen percent every week. And so that, I think it's kind of a game of, where's the best place to put your money. Google is a sound investment. I really like it. Maybe like selling some puts, and, basically collecting the premium on some options to just, get paid, and then, get your shares back at another price. It's up to you guys how you approach it. I just wanted to make you guys aware of Google, kind of see this uptrend, kind of confirming that it's going to continue upwards. So we're at this point right now that's kind of critical, right? We see this previous resistance, that if it breaks out above, then we can see it continue its upward direction. So that's really it for Google stock. If you guys would like to get a live session, get this video, I'll share my daily live trading where we invest in AI and tech stocks here on YouTube for free if this video gets 25 likes. So if you enjoyed the analysis, you'd like to see a live trading in the morning at market open, if this video gets 25 likes, then we'll do that on Monday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. For those of you, just friendly reminder that would like to learn with me and get 70 plus lessons of technical and fundamental analysis for investing on Robinhood in the tech and AI industries of the stock market, I would encourage you to check out that second link down below. Get Stock Meet. We have our best sale ever here till Friday, as we just recently launched. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in that next video. Take care.